Hi, and welcome to your weekly Oracle reading with Katie VanZeeland. This reading is for the week of November 12th through November 18th, 2018. And this week, the message has been about anchoring in, was what I keep hearing, is anchoring in. And last week we talked about observing ourselves, right? And asking, what do we need? What does that smaller aspect, the little Katie, as we separate out, what does that little part need? And just observing that part. And we're going to hopefully continue to do that this week, but with an added anchoring in. Allowing that little aspect to anchor into something bigger than itself, and realizing that it's connected to the infinite, to creation, to all that is, that you are not this separate being, but you are connected to Source, you are connected to Creator. So as we have and continue to learn what this little aspect needs and desires, and being gentle with it, we're going to be anchoring into something bigger than that little aspect this week. And as we anchor in, and when I say that, we always want to know, what does that mean? What do I do? Well, that's different for everybody. But if we just put the intention that we're trying to anchor into something bigger than this little self, than this little aspect of creation, right? Little Katie and little John, or whoever you are who is listening, is super unique and a beautiful spark of the totality. And it's amazing. We are amazing little creatures, but we are more than this, just this little aspect. So we're trying to bring that awareness to anchoring in this week, really anchoring into that truth, anchoring into God, Creator, whatever word or whatever word works for you. But it's this way to anchor in underneath all the chaos. There's so much chaos going on around us, right? And that's just the external world. So much going on, especially now as we come up on holidays, and maybe some of us have been going through some major life shifts and changes and losses or whatever. And so it's anchoring in underneath all this external chaos, okay? There's lots of expectations happening right now at the holiday season, and pressure, and can we anchor in underneath that? Anchor in, so that when we find that anchor, that essence, that connection, all this external chaos doesn't affect us as much. We don't get swept this way and then swept that way with emotions, because so much is going on outside. And not only are we anchoring underneath the chaos of the external world, right? But we're also anchoring in underneath the chaos in our own internal world. So we all have it, right? We have this internal dialogue, chaos, whatever. And can we anchor in even underneath that? And that might be one that you would meditate on, because just saying the words and you saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to anchor in underneath my internal chaos, really will mean nothing to you. Like, what the heck? But it's more of an energy that we might play with this week, is I'm anchoring in to my connection to something bigger than this little self. And I'm anchoring in underneath all the chaos, all the external chaos in this world. And I'm anchoring in underneath all my own internal chaos to that anchor, that truth, that connection to Source. Okay? Be beautiful to play with. And we all have different ways of anchoring in. meditation, your breath, getting outside might help you. Writing, creating, everyone creates differently, and creating isn't just making a piece of art. It can be, and that's amazing as well, but creating is expressing yourself creatively, and that's infinite possibilities on how to do that. So we're anchoring in as things might get chaotic, right? Or as they are getting chaotic externally and possibly internally. And when we do that, when we can create that foundation, that anchor, and we know that that's solid and unwavering, the external chaos doesn't affect us as intensely, possibly, that it could or has in the past. So we'll play with that this week. Bring that into your awareness. Okay? Awesome. And we're going to pull a crystal card. And we have larimar, one of my favorites. Nurtures, releases, and soothes. Perfect. I am calm and I embrace change. So as we anchor in, we are creating that calmness, that confidence, that we are connected to source, that we are anchored into something way bigger than just this little aspect. And as all the changes that are happening and these amazing changes that are happening for you, we're allowing them in as we anchor in to source, into creator. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I hope you have a magical week, and I can't wait to see you next week.